There's a hell of a lot of gray ponytails out there. It's good to see you all. Thank you for coming out in this weather, but we're used to it. So I'm a little nervous. And I'm scared. And I'm frightened of the country this is threatening to become and the world this is threatening to become. As a Native American, I know that the very first immigrant into this country and the very latest immigrant into this country are the same immigrants. And we mostly love most of you. So I want to celebrate the immigrant experience, the complex chemistry that has created this country, the amazing diversity in this place right now. Buddhist and Jewish, Christian, Catholic, Protestant, Somali, Native American, Irish, English, this amazing place that we have become. As a Native American, I find it so ironic that this administration wants to go to war against Iraq because it keeps breaking treaties with us. And yes, we've been subjected to oppression and violence and genocide for most of this country's history, but that has changed. This is now a country that celebrates our existence, that works with us, that admires us, and that's the same sort of thing we want to extend out into the rest of the world. This administration wants to treat the rest of the world like they've treated Indians for most of this country's history. We are better than that. And we're not here to be anti-American. We're here to embrace the best of the United States. We're not here to be anti-soldier. I support soldiers. I want them all to die of old age surrounded by their loved ones. Well, I think I come from a unique position as a Native American in this country, and we've certainly experienced all sorts of war and terrorism within the boundaries of this country, so I think we have a unique position to talk about violence outside the country, and I think that's why it was important to people.
My name's Matt Remle. I'm an enrolled member of the Standing Rock Sioux tribe. We're Hunkpapa Lakota, our reservations in North and South Dakota. I've been living in Seattle for the past 3 years, where I'm an organizer for the Community Coalition for Environmental Justice and the coordinator of the Northwest Environmental Justice Alliance. That's one of the big reasons I'm here, and of course in opposition to war, its impacts it has on communities, people, young ones, those yet unborn, as well as the impacts that military and war has on the environment. You know that the military is actually the world's largest polluter, and if we look at what happened during the first Gulf War, where they used depleted uranium in those bullets and missiles, well, there's been a devastating impacts have happened on the Iraqi children born with birth defects and so forth because of that depleted uranium. Where we have a lot of those similar issues in Indian country where uranium mining occurs. Most uranium mining happens on reservations, and so we try to bring those parallels out so we can help educate people about issues that not only happen overseas but happen here as well. One, young men should be concerned because if they reinstate the draft, then they're going to be the ones sent to the front lines of things, but also that young people have always been instrumental in every social movement, historically looking from the anti-war movements against Vietnam to the civil rights movement, women's rights movement, and American Indian movement. It's always been the youth who've been instrumental in bringing about change. And so we know that it's our responsibility to reach out to our elders and to folks who've been doing the work for a while and make sure that we bridge kind of the generational gaps, because they've been doing the groundwork for us, and now it's our responsibility to carry on, because what we got today is because of what people have fought for. So we have a lot of responsibility for those generations yet unborn.
I'm Jay Inslee. I'm the 1st District Congressman. Well, the most important thing I say to Bellevue Community College students is we need your talents, we need your genius, we need your creativity, we need your energy in making sure the government makes some decent decisions. And I encourage anyone who cares about these issues to get involved in the electoral process, get involved in some government, get out there and speak and be active. We need you, the country needs you. You know, right now, it's kind of the older folks, those over the age of 65 are voting, for instance. We need people who are in college today to vote. We need people in college today to tell George Bush what to do in Iraq. So we really need you to come on out and get active in every way you can, because you're the ones who've got the freshest ideas. Well, I think people need to know that one person can make a difference. I've seen people cause Congress to actually pass laws. I know people have got mad that banks were violating our privacy. They came to me, one person, we got a federal law passed. I've seen people make a difference. There are people here today telling the president not to start a war in Iraq. Individuals can make a big difference. And you know what? It's fun to do it too, so you get out there and try.
Duct tape won't fix it!
I'm Jim McDermott. I'm the Congressman from Seattle.
This
situation is going to create the world in which you live. You better get involved and find out what's going on. We're talking about the draft coming back. We're talking about perpetual war in the Middle East. We're talking about using depleted uranium, which causes a low-grade nuclear war. We're talking about a whole series of things if we go to war under the present circumstances. It's absolutely wrong. It was the wrong. A country has never, ever, ever started a war without being attacked. And there is no point in doing that now. They ought to be out here in all the marches because they're really marching for their own future. The only way the president knows where people are is if they're out on the streets. They can do all the polling in the world and ask all kinds of questions and make it seem one way. But you can't make this out in the street seem anything but people saying no to war. That's why they have to get out and let their face be seen.